What's going on? What's that? What sort of intruder are we talking about? Oh my god, it's illagers. Okay, well we can handle an illager. How many of these guys are there? What are they wearing? What's going on? This is not. This wasn't in my pack. Okay, it's a lot. Maybe we need to get out of here. We're a bit poorly equipped for an illager invasion right now. So let's head out into Santa's secret armory. All right, I think that will be a good idea to kind of armor ourselves up and let's see what's out here. Let's suit up first of all, alright? It's a pretty big priority, facing a big threat. Alright, we're armed to the teeth here, looking good. Let's see what we have. The invaders have already gotten into the armory. Rocket launcher, let's see. Boom! What else? Scotland's skull cutter. Let's slice them apart. Here we go. Slice. An evoker. Scattergun. Got him. A revolver. Reload animation included. 2 in 1 shot, probably. There you go. Pew! How about this? Better on distance, the bizarre bargain, and it has a cool scoping mechanism, alright? Let's scope and hit him right in the head. Alright, bizarre bargain. Bizarre bargain. The rescue ranger. Let's load her up already. It's kind of like a shotgun, but of course it only shoots 1 bullet. I mean, it depends on how you enchant it. Rescue ranger in your face. Then we have the back scratcher, which is a melee weapon for a hose. We're gonna take on an evoker in vanilla Minecraft with a hose, so that's an interesting plot point there. Back scratcher. Get your back scratched. Scratch your back. I scratch your back. Scratch your back real good. Let's take care of these little guys underneath this gazebo. This is an interesting fighting strategy. Black box. Pistol. It just shoots arrows, but it's still called pistol. Pretty immersive. Look at me walking around Minecraft Steve with a real pistol. How about we run? We'll run from the evil Vexes and we'll take a snap at him with my sniper rifle, alright? Which also has the scoping overlay. Check this out. Sniper rifle. Look at this. Maybe I got him, or he just disseminated on his own because they do that. Sniper rifle. Another pistol, but with little wings, as is the winger. Alright, I'll focus on these guys. The Clive Moore. Schling. Shroom. Ching! There you go, we got him. Airstrike. Let's take it to the skies and shoot from above. I'll finish it off with the family business, which is a classic shotgun to your face. Actually on the bucket. How about the Crusader's crossbow? Pew, there you go. You want one? Crusader's crossbow in your face. Persian Persuader for netherite sword. That's how that feels. You like that? Have another one. Now for you, I got a shotgun. A classic shotgun. It's in the pack. It shoots arrows. Goes beautiful with multi-shot, of course. It's such a good fantasy, right? You really imagine shooting a shotgun, and that's what it's all about. Even though it just shoots arrows, technically it's not a gun, alright? It's definitely just some sort of fancy crossbow. Another one, the panic attack. An alternative to the shotgun, and it has a big drum barrel at the bottom. The short stop, which is a really tiny pistol type weapon, but it is a pepper gun, I believe. It is a sort of a shotgun, so I put multi-shot on it. How about this? The soda popper. In your face, another shot bow type weapon. Finish it off with one of the greats, the reserve shooter, kind of a military type shotgun. Of course, it has the open barrel as well. Can you stop shooting me before I blast you in the face with 3 arrows at a time? Oh, thank you. The reload animations on these are also great. Like, right? It makes me say that out loud. The barrels of these weapons is open at the top. You see that there? So there's space for the arrow, and that would never work with a bullet. That bullet would just go flying anywhere. I don't know. Maybe it would explode. I don't really know what would happen if you fired a gun. It just had a big gap at the top, like my shotguns do, right? But I don't think it would work. But in Minecraft, since it is magical crossbows, it works perfectly, and it looks real cool. And basically, this is just a big pack showcase. These are all new named variants in the pack. I've worked hard on these. There's a lot of them, and they're all Team Fortress 2 inspired. And in the game, Team Fortress 2, their weapons, well, they don't get lights on Christmas, but I thought I'd do it that way, alright? So these weapons are available in the pack all year round, and then on Christmas they will have little lights. However, there is also variants like these ones. Okay, so there's the Crusader's crossbow and the revolver, right? And the black box here. Particularly like the revolver. The reload animation of this is real smooth, real slick. But you can also rename a crossbow Festive Crusader's crossbow, right? Or Festive revolver, or Festive black box. And that's only available for those weapons that I just showed off. Okay, it's not available for the other ones. Let's actually take off these goggles again, so we can see the renames in their normal everyday way. And the Festive renames, of course, still have the lights. They're the exact same lights, but you can just have them all year round. And all the other weapons are completely normal now. And chance like multi-shots with this is just the best, alright? It really fits the fantasy of a shotgun so well. Plenty of people already renamed their crossbows to shotgun, or maybe even these other weapons, alright? You never know. Loading up a pistol with a firework is also just hilarious, right? To just walk around with a pistol like this, it looks funny. It's just a small, tiny thing, and then you shoot it, and there's just this absolutely massive explosion. So yeah, the Christmas update of my pack is mostly about guns. They're not real guns, technically. They're advanced crossbow sort of weapons. Look, this looks like a shotgun, but it shoots rockets. Makes no sense. And my pack has tons of renames, alright? Look, I have a Festive Trident, so that works year round. Makes no sense, but you know, if you want a candy cane trident, you can get it. Or this sword, the snowflake. which is pretty festive. All right, I don't know. I have some festive renames, but mostly it's these. All right, okay, these are my festive renames. All right, so this is what it's about, but all these are new. Okay, really curious what you think of all these. Canonically, this isn't blood, of course. It's like crimson, nethery stuff. Fulfills the fantasy of blood too. So there you go. Non-EULA breaking guns in Minecraft. The festive update. Of course, there's also some Australian weapons, as you can see, also obtained through renaming. So again, this is just a regular old crossbow. Blah, blah, blah. And then if you call it the first sniper, it'll be the golden sniper. Or you just call him Australian, right? You use the word Australian instead of the first. That also works. So you got the first sniper, Australian scattergun. It all works. Up to you. You can also call it the first scattergun. It's the same result. And on Christmas, there'll be Christmas